Wapato Island Farms. I'm Jenny.
I'm Lyndsey.
And I'm Rae.
And today we just wanted to talk about our special lightning fire cider. Gosh, when I was a little girl, my granny, she had bottles of different vinegars in her kitchen, and she would just use whatever herbs she had in her garden, and it was just like a very simple infusion. And I have to say that that's basically what we're doing today, is we're just infusing this vinegar. And why we think that our vinegar, our lightning cider, is a little bit different than other fire ciders out on the market is because we add mushrooms to our lightning cider, and Rae grows them here on the farm.
We do, and the mushrooms give us the added benefit of having very potent antiviral activity in our fire cider, in addition to all of the wonderful herbs and veggies that we get to add.
Yeah. So we dose a little bit different, like you would a tincture. So regularly, maybe like daily, 1 or 2 drops, and not necessarily a full shot of it like when you're sick and then it gives you a tummy ache. So we are going to each take a shot right now. So one thing about fire cider is that it's really important that you use a real vinegar. So we make our own vinegars here on the farm with different native berries and fruits. A real vinegar is basically it's sugars and water and fruits and thyme, but it's a really important part of adding more medicine into a fire cider. It's actually the base of the medicine of this fire cider or an infusion.
Because the vinegar is alive, right?
Yes.
So it's an amazing probiotic that helps helps your gut health, but also helps to boost your immune system and your just general strength.
Yeah.
And which is what the mushrooms are really amazing at as well. And specifically during this time where we all really need our immune system supported and working as well as they possibly can be, the mushrooms are the ones who are here to help us with that. So this medicine is packed with mushrooms, including reishi, shiitake, lion's mane, and tons of oysters. There's our big one, baby lion's mane. We grow all of our mushrooms that we use in our medicines ourselves here on the farm, and we grow them a little bit differently. We grow them without using single-use plastics. So as you can see, this little guy is coming out of a mason jar. It's actually a recycled spaghetti sauce jar. So these are the mushrooms that we use in our medicines, and they are amazing teachers and supporters, especially during this time. So how do you use fire cider in your
everyday
practice?
life?
In your everyday life.
Yeah, well, I generally try to work with all the plants in a more way of food, and one way that we were actually all talking about today was making a salad dressing. So here we have some of our infused oils, and this is plants here from the farm that we've grown, and then a few plants from my curandera in Mexico. So this oil has already been infused with so much medicine. And the smoked salt is also infused with lots of herbs. It's about a 3-day process. Our lightning cider, and then a little other vinegar that we've made as well. So when we are eating our salads, we're eating medicine as well.
Yeah, and fresh herbs and flowers from the garden.
That's right, right here. And some flowers from Lyndsey. Yeah, some mushrooms. Just even simple ones like plantain. This is oregano. This is a mustard green flower, chives, dandelion, sage flower. And they're actually in the salad dressing here. Yeah. I also heard from a great teacher of mine many years ago that it was the florists and the perfume makers, like the true perfume makers that worked with plants, that they were some of the main folks that survived the Black Plague. So there's so much medicine in flowers. All right, well, I'm going to have the dandelion leaf.
Ooh, yum.
Would you like some?
Sure.
So again, this is our just a salad dressing with infused oil, some vinegar and fire cider, a little bit of salt. Yummy.
That's the farm version of a green goddess right there.
That is totally, yeah. So this is a Latin sauerkraut or currito. And this is a fermentation. And again, we infused it with lots of herbs because that's what we're always infusing everything with medicine. And so we also added a little bit of fire cider to this as well. So just to add, again, more medicine into our foods.
So basically any recipe that could call for vinegar, you could substitute fire cider for?
You could, although this is a salt brine, so it's not a vinegar base, but if you were making your pickles, whatever you were pickling, then you could use that as a base. But just adding a little bit of this to it is inoculating it with so many other things that are going to be delicious and nutritious. What is so amazing about infused vinegars, if people are trying to avoid alcohol and they don't want to take tinctures, which is an alcohol-based medicine, it's a really safe way for folks that are older, that are really young, that again are like trying to avoid alcohol. It's a really sweet way to get in medicine, and I just think it's so much easier for your system to process. And it's like double medicine.
Do your kids like it?
My kids have 4 kids, and they're really good about taking the fire cider. My oldest, as soon as after Thanksgiving would hit, we would just keep it on the shelf with a little shot glass, which he thought was super cool, and he would just on his own take a shot every day for the month of December. And my kids don't really get sick, but that's just another really good preventative way of not getting the flu or getting whatever it is that's out there. We're going to show you how to make a fire cider mocktail. So I'm going to add some of these beautiful rose petals. So pretty. And actually, do you have any borage? Yes. And then do you want to give me some sage? All right.
They're so cute.
Pretty borage for courage.
Need a lot of courage.
Liquid courage. Okay, and then this is an infused maple syrup, and I actually get it from the Amish folks one state over. We get it twice a year, and it's the grade B, which is really high in minerals. And then we add herbs to it, and this one has horsetail and fennel in it, if you can see. So it's delicious, mineral-rich medicine. So we'll add a little bit of that. And some just soda water that I just made up. And I'll add a couple shots of the fire cider. All right. Y'all want to try this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's do it.
Flower mocktail.
Flower power.
Flower
power. All right. Salud. Oops. Cheers. Cheers. Pretty good.
Sweet and zesty.
It is.
I love it.
Thanks for joining us. Hope you all have a beautiful day.
Stay well.